You're listening to Silent Fear, the podcast where real experiences turn into nightmares. Tonight's story isn't fiction. It's something I lived, something I still can't fully explain. It was 2 a.m. I had just finished mixing a track with my producer. The studio was quiet, almost too quiet. The kind of silence that presses against your ears, making every small sound feel sharp. I was exhausted, yes, but satisfied. The work was done, the beat finalized, the payment promised. All I had to do was drive home. Just 22 miles. Simple, right? I started my car and hit the highway. The night was dark, empty, and still. My headlights cut through the black like knives, illuminating the asphalt ahead. The engine hummed steadily, comforting, hypnotic even. I was calm. Confident. Until 20 minutes into the drive, something impossible happened. I glanced at the mile markers along the road. My eyes caught a sign. It read 50 kilometers. I froze. My pulse spiked. 20 minutes ago, it should have been 22 miles, about 35 kilometers. How could I have traveled 50 kilometers in 20 minutes? I stopped the car. My hands pressed against the steering wheel. My mind tried to reason it out. Maybe I had misread the signs. Maybe my fatigue was playing tricks on me. But my phone confirmed it, 2:23 a.m. I turned on Google Maps. The GPS marker showed me somewhere, in the middle of nowhere. Not on the highway. Not near any familiar landmark. Just a dot floating in darkness. I glanced at my speedometer. 70 to 80 kilometers per hour, normal. Safe. But the map kept shifting. My house. 25 miles away. Then 28. Then back to 25. I reversed slightly, hoping to reset the system. Nothing changed. Each adjustment made no difference. It felt as if the road itself had bent around me, folding reality in on itself. The darkness pressed against me. There were no streetlights, no passing cars, nothing but the hum of my engine and the faint whistle of the wind through the trees. The world outside had vanished. Every mile marker seemed to loop. Every turn seemed to bring me back to the same stretch of road. My eyes strained against the black. I tried to see familiar landmarks, a billboard, a fence, a tree, anything. Nothing. I called my producer. His voice was grounding, comforting. But then I froze. I could swear I heard my own voice echo faintly through the phone, whispering something I couldn't catch. The map flickered. Dirt roads appeared where there had never been roads before. A path I had never seen before now glimmered on the GPS as a shortcut. My instincts screamed to ignore it. But curiosity and desperation won. I drove carefully, but the more I moved, the more distorted reality became. Distances fluctuated wildly, 25 miles. 28. 25. 28, back to 25. Time stretched. Minutes felt like hours. Every sound, the wind, the hum of tires on asphalt, the creak of the steering wheel, was amplified in the pitch-black night. I was no longer just tired. I was terrified. Something was wrong. Not mechanical. Not technological. Something else. The GPS suggested turns that didn't exist. Roads I had never seen, shortcuts cutting through forests, intersections that had no logical connection to the main highway. The dirt path reappeared, beckoning. I slowed. My heartbeat pounded so loudly I could hear it in my ears. I debated stopping completely, but something in me, fear, curiosity, or sheer disbelief, pushed me forward. The dirt road started smoothly, lined with trees whose branches reached over like skeletal fingers. My tires crunched over gravel. Every step, every meter, felt unnatural. The darkness felt alive. Shadows moved just outside my headlights. The air seemed heavier. I tried to call my producer again, but this time, the line was dead. Silence, except for that whisper, faint, but unmistakable, my own voice saying, "Don't take the road." I swallowed hard, but it was too late. The path had me. Minutes passed. Or hours. I couldn't tell. Mile markers flickered. Trees repeated themselves like a broken pattern. Then I saw it, a faint glow ahead. Not streetlights. Not headlights. Something else. I slowed. My heart racing. The GPS blinked. Now it showed my house was 50 miles away, then 28, then 25, back and forth. Every instinct screamed to turn around. But the road had become a trap. Finally, I reached a clearing. The shortcut led into an open field I had never seen before. My GPS arrow floated over an invisible road, bending in impossible directions. The air was cold. Too cold. My car engine stuttered. A voice, clear, human, whispered from the darkness. Not through the phone. Not through the radio. From outside. You can't leave. Panic set in. I tried to reverse. My lights barely penetrated the blackness. The trees, the road, the night itself seemed alive. Shadows flickered at the edges of my vision. I accelerated. The dirt path twisted unnaturally. Then, suddenly, the map corrected itself. The highway reappeared, mile markers aligned perfectly. My house, finally, 22 miles away. But the silence remained. And the feeling that something had followed me stayed. I made it home. Safe. Alive. But I still don't know what happened on that highway. Was it fatigue? A GPS glitch? Something else? If you're listening tonight, remember, not all roads lead where you expect. Some roads remember you. And some roads don't want you to leave. Thank you for listening to The Black Hour. Until next time, drive carefully.